the shelves are empty, the American public will not be happy about
They
that.
have now 145% tariff. There's no trading. You can't trade with 145%.
But there was one warning that stuck out: empty shelves.
I'm taken, and guess what's going to happen? Shortages, massive price increases.
Is something that would be difficult for the White House to endure.
Wow, talk about breaking news. I step away from Texas for a day and all hell breaks loose. And lots of shortages are beginning to show up in America. Huh, who could have predicted that? You guys are even sending me the photos. So these are boots on the ground, and some people are like, Jay Bravo is a Russian spy. I was just at my Walmart and it was packed. Okay, listen. Bradley_69. I feel like I need to be honest with you. Yes, the Russians are paying me off. And I actually just got off the phone with Xi. We're going to start negotiations soon. Yes. That is actually true. Not that I just got off the phone with Xi, but it's true about Russia. Me and Vlad, we're bros. But I don't know if you caught the central bank, China's central bank cut rates. Injects 1 trillion of yuan 3 hours after agreeing to talks to prop up the economy, and it gives you can negotiate. But the big bombshell of the day, 2 countries that have nuclear capabilities, like they can blow each other off the map, they're now at war. So I say, let's go. Let this fourth turning be a lesson to you. But here it is, page 420 of the playbook, quote, the fourth turning is now raging. What? I don't see it. Do we have wars? Do we have shortages? Do we have tension? Do we have collapsing markets? I think yes. And Neil Howe warns it's gone global. We'll get to the fourth turning and the end of the world in just a moment. Now let's take a look at missing products, or more specifically, when said missing products. Okay, your kids are going to be screaming this Christmas. This is coming in from CNN. Okay, now what I need you to understand: he first boats, the first boats. Now, Bradley, listen to me. It hasn't hit yet. It's coming. The first boats carrying Chinese goods with 145% tariffs are arriving in Los Angeles. Shipments are cut in half. This has not hit the shelves yet. It's coming. Expect shortages soon. Well, tell us, Mr. Bravo. I will give you a breakdown just so you know. Electronics, those are like laptops, smartphones, TVs, accessories, which is, it's a bummer because I'm such a tech guy and I want the new trifold phone, which my phone currently looks like this. See, I do trading on my phone and it's nice and big. Now, what I want is I want 3 because it's big's always better, but I'm probably going to have to wait. Anyway, shortages could begin within 4 to 6 weeks. So you have time. And if you have an iPhone, it's okay. They'll just make the same phone that they've made for the last 8 years. I'll just tell you something. It's AI, apparel and footwear. Run out there and get your Nikes now. You guys, 6 to 8 weeks. And if you shop at H&M or Zara. I do not think I have one thing from H&M or Zara. I like to overpay, and I support the French. Auto parts, vehicles, you guys are looking at months on that one, so you're okay. You're okay when your car breaks down. Now, food and beverages, ramen, milk, frozen sea. That's gross. You guys should not be eating this food. Frozen seafood from Asia, 4 to 8 weeks. Hey, IKEA, how about that? Love buying one of those products. Takes you a week just to put together something. One bookshelf, one hex thing, and a bunch of screws. And I usually end up with at least 35 screws left over. Now, this is something, pharmaceuticals. We got to get this done here. That's it. This should not be done in China. I mean, they could cut that off and everyone dies. 2 to 3 months. Let's bring that back home. Toys and seasonal goods, 3 to 4 months. So, okay. It'd be the Christmas season. Your kids are going to struggle. If you'd like to see a timeline, here you go. Coming to the United States of America, empty shelves, risk timeline. So there you have it. Good luck this Christmas. Now we need to talk about good news and why the market is up today. And I don't care. Your wall of worry below that 200, there's a lot. Now, yesterday, I talked QE has started. Everyone's like, what? Yes, yesterday or the day before, we had 20 billion in QE. The Fed is not going to lower. That would create what is called panic in the market. So they're doing QE, and they're not telling anyone. So Jerome and Don are in this fighting match, like, who's going to be wrong first? So Jerome's like, I'm not going to cut rates, and Don's like, I'm going to fire you. And then we have a negative print, so that's 1. 2 is recession. But I'm sure the orange guy is going to be like, it's not my fault. It's going to be Biden's fault. It's going to be Jerome's fault. It's going to be your fault. Who knows? I guess that's kind of good news, right? That no one ever takes responsibility. Oh, Trump is just so alpha, A-type, narcissist, whatever you want to put on it. He ain't bending the knee. Might even have a little dash of psychopathy, but they make really good leaders. Kind of. It's like Mikey. Mikey likes it. Mikey will always eat it. It's like Don, he'll go. No fear. I'm right. I'm going to win. Anywho, U.S. China to hold icebreaker trade talks in Geneva on Saturday. Yes. But the only problem is damage has already been done. 50% of that damage is already showing up is already not showing up at the ports. I know, Chad, you just walked into your Walmart and it was just full of food. Now, if I could rewind just a second to the who, what, when, where, and why. It is a global shift. That's what's happening at the ports. What happened? Well, it's textbook, fourth turning, upheaval, a global shift from globalization to nationalism. If you're new to the whole, what is the fourth turning? Every 80 years, everything blows up and it rebuilds and everything's good again. It's like you go woke, you go broke, you start over again. Have you noticed this? Right now, we're at the broke part, and some people don't even recognize it yet, but it's happening. The trend accelerating since 2008 global financial crisis, which got papered over, still papering it over, reflects a rejection of the U.S. subsidized world order. We pay for everything. Not just that, we pay for us, and it's all fraudulent. We seem to have cut the cord on that one, and now people are screaming, with Trump criticizing globalization as a bad deal for America. Which I don't know if you caught this recently. We had a globalization leader, Carney, in the Oval Office, and Trump just bashes the whole woke thing, and then brings gruesome Newsom into the mix.
In California, a little train going from San Francisco to Los Angeles that's being run by Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. Did you ever hear of Gavin Newsom? He has got, that train is the worst cost overrun I've ever seen. It's like totally out of control. So then they said, all right, we won't go into San Francisco. We'll stop 25 miles short. And we won't go into Los Angeles. We'll stop 25 miles short. It's hundreds of billions of dollars for this stupid project that should have never been built. And then they realized that it would have been a lot less costly if we just gave limousine service back and forth and gave it free. They would have saved hundreds of billions of dollars. It's the worst cost overrun I've ever seen. I've watched a lot of stupid people build a lot of stupid things, but that's the worst cost overrun I've ever seen. What's happening between San Francisco and Los Angeles.
So really quick, did you guys notice his finger positioning? What is this? I don't know what it's called. It's what the globalists use. They do this when they disagree with whoever they're with, and it's like, it's okay, we're still going forward with world domination. In the comments, correct me if my tinfoil hat is shifting. But now back to the fourth turning, how all this works. In the end, we have a big conflict. Oh, hello to countries with nukes. Quote, history always suggests we need some sort of conflict. Well, I don't see that happening. India confirms strikes on 9 Pakistan, quote, I don't know that word, neither does YouTube, camps. Pakistan claims 5 jets shot down. It's like we have just all gotten to a point where enough is enough. More woke, no more dudes in dresses running countries. Just scorch earth this whole thing and start over again. Oh, hey, wait, this just in. Coming in from our Secretary of Defense.
Pronouns, no more climate change obsession, no more emergency vaccine mandates, no more dudes in dresses. We're done with that.
Oh, and no more Section 8 housing. What? Do you guys see this? In a request for the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, the White House called the current system of federal rental assistance, quote, dysfunctional, and proposed essentially ending section 8. I'm going to go with people have had enough. We would like our America back. On our white picket fences, our jazz music back, and skinny people. So everyone gets free Ozempic. But now on to everything is still falling apart. And the stock market, what? Chapter 7, individual bankruptcies ballooning. So just when you thought maybe everything's getting a little bit better, oh no, it's all going down. April rise by 16% year over year. Make matters worse, the CEO of Ford comes out, Jim, says he expects tariffs to remain for at least the next 3 years. So if you think you guys can tread water for 3 more years, go all in. As you know, for me, see that rising wedge that we broke under the 200? I took out a short yesterday, but we're up today. It's okay. Too much wall of worry up there. Also, if you want to learn how to do it, my course, How to Be a Millionaire, $299. You don't even have to pay $1 million, just $299. And you can learn how to make trades like this. And this one, you walked away with 148%. I think I'm ending this one in 2 days. Your options gone. So grab that watch list before you can't get it for $1 a day anymore. So you should not be taking out a short on this on the daily. You're still holding that swing trade up. You see this blue line right here? Right here, that's the Bravo 9. You're still above it. So you are still holding it, making money up. Now, if you move the time frame, which I entered the short position on the 4 hour, you could have entered that a couple of days ago. We're still holding under the Bravo 9, which you will learn all about that in my course. I'll teach you everything from start to finish. I even throw in my bear market course, how to make money going down. It's all in there. If you don't have time to trade, hey, we got AI. It'll click buttons for you. But all I'm trying to do is make you the blue line. Or maybe that's not blue. It's kind of a bluish purple. I want you to get to the top 1%, which is now destroying the middle class. Like, but Bravo, that's not fair. Like, life ain't fair. Learn how the system works, make your digits go up, travel the world, do whatever you want, give back, keep it all for yourself, be miserable. I mean, you die, you ain't taking anything with you. I come here every day. Also, click the subscribe button if you like this stuff. Kind of go behind the scenes. The secrets of life. Secret number 1, it's not about you. Secret number 2, you do have a soul, and when you die, you do go somewhere. Secret number 3, and I haven't revealed any of these, you better figure it out. There is a thing called black and white, good and bad, heaven and hell. While you're here figuring all this out, I'm helping you figure out how to make digits in your account so you can do whatever you want, make a dent in the universe, love one another, and I will see you tomorrow.